Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Dennis from Crypto Planet, also the Crypto Jew here and on Twitter. And today I'm going to be doing an analysis on Bitcoin, which is something I haven't focused on a lot on recently in the past couple of months. I've been mostly focusing on altcoins recently and how I think long term they're going to be a great investment. So I just want to talk about a couple of patterns I see on Bitcoin and this long-term trend line that goes way back. So right now I could see that we had some sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern here where we started a decent correction. So I'm thinking possibly we could have an ABC that completed possibly over here, and then a B over here, and then a C over here. It's possible. And we also have this ascending triangle that I posted about months ago that I said that could take us to about the $7,000 to $8,000 zone. Took us slightly underneath. We went as low as 6,400, which was it exceeded my target, not by much, but it was a bit of a give or take. I didn't really have an exact zone, but I knew we were going to drop out of here. We did drop out, and then we retested it and came down lower. Let's take a look at this long-term trend line right here. This is on the daily chart, as you guys can see all the way back over here, around $880. We tested this. We tested around very close to it again over here. We tested it over here, $732. Tested it multiple times over here before breaking out all the way to $20,000. And we tested it back over here. Tested it over here for that 1, 2 in the Elliott wave. And now we're at it again. And we tested it even all the way back here, even at around $200, and we eventually ended up breaking underneath it over here. We had this quick move underneath. I would call this a pull the rug scenario, which is where basically it's a fake out that makes traders believe the price is about to become bearish. We come under that zone temporarily, like just like this, just like a curve. Let me see if I can find this. Just a some sort of curve, just like that. And then price comes right back above and it stays above. So it's a fake out. It makes sellers think that the market is about to become very bearish. And this is something that I could definitely see happening over here as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we do this again, as we haven't done it in a while. And it could look something like this. Even like that, it can come down as low as that. And that could give a lot of room for altcoins to grow. So what I would do to figure this out right here is I would zoom in and set up some supports and resistances, specifically on this area right over here, this entire space right over here, where we find that price finds support and resistance. Just in this zone, we don't really have to go anywhere lower than that, in my opinion, because I find it very unlikely that we go lower than this zone. That, to me, seems very unlikely. So I'm going to pause this and set up some supports and resistances for you guys. All right, so I just set up these supports and resistances over here, and just like how this line over here was a very strong resistance, even on the ascending triangle, this resistance is what we have over here. And I would say any move past here would definitely take us to this zone up here. So I think if we break this resistance, we're getting back to around $19,000, which could definitely lead us much further. I would say maybe we have a temporary move down and then a break above. Now, if this area holds, I see that as being very likely in the medium term. Now, we can also head down to one of these lower support zones. And like I said, this is going to be a fake out, so I wouldn't expect us to head too low. Maybe 4,100, maybe this area over here. I find it very unlikely that we're going to head as low as here. That just seems very unlikely to me. I doubt we're going to make some sort of double bottom. I don't think traders will allow price to get that low. If they do, I would say that's where we will create a double bottom, and I think that would be the absolute lowest. But to me, that just seems like a very unlikely scenario. Now, for any zone to target, in case we break under here, if we do break under here, I would say anywhere in here would be a good target zone. That'd be a great place to pick up for the long term. And I assume altcoins will do very well during this time, as Bitcoin dominance will definitely drop if this occurs. But anywhere in here, it'll be a fantastic area to buy, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see that happen, and then we also see a alt market, alt bull run, where we'd see probably some movements like this. We probably stabilize in here for a bit and just move up and down. My drawing is terrible. And then eventually break out and head to these higher zones and go much higher. But I'm sure that we find an area where Bitcoin stabilizes, and that'll give altcoins some area to move around. And we can also see that price has been moving around in this channel over here. And any move out of the channel upwards, I think, would lead us to that next resistance. So I'm just going to draw some arrows over here showing you guys what that may look like. So we have this area where we bounce off the trend line and we bounce off the bottom of the channel. which could possibly lead us up to here, and maybe a move back over to here, where we eventually break out of the channel and get past this zone in order to lead us up to a higher area, probably this resistance right over here. So we just have to see what happens. If you guys like this analysis, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe for more content like this, and make sure to sign up on my website down below in order to get even more written updates. And you can also get our content analysis and signals in the Telegram chat. Make sure you guys do all of that down below, and check out any of the sign up links for different exchanges. You'll save on trading fees as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Take care.